She was just a maid in a rich house. Every day she worked quietly, cleaning floors and serving food. No one looked at her with respect. But fate was preparing a big surprise. A surprise that would shock the whole family and change her life forever. Chapter 1. A Small Girl in a Big House. My name is Anna. I am 19. I work as a maid in Mr. Wilson's big house. The house has long halls, bright floors, and heavy doors. When I walk, my steps sound small. My mother is sick. We live in a single room near the river. I want to study, but medicine costs money. So I work. Every morning I sweep the stairs, I wash cups, I shine the silver spoons until I can see my face in them. I fold towels like white clouds. Mrs. Wilson watches me with cold eyes. She says, "Do it fast, do it neat, do not touch what is not yours." I bow my head. "Yes, ma'am." The head maid, Nora, laughs at me. "Poor girl," she whispers. "Learn your place." I keep quiet. I need this job. Chapter 2. A Kind Voice in the Garden. One evening I carry a bucket of water to the garden. The bucket is heavy. My hands shake. Water spills. A young man steps out from the path. He has kind eyes. He smiles. "Let me help," he says. "No, sir," I answer. "I can manage." He lifts the bucket anyway. "I am Ethan," he says. "I'm home for a short break." I know the name. Ethan is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. He studies abroad. I walk beside him in silence. At the tap, he sets the bucket down and laughs. "Water is heavier than books." I smile a little. "Yes, sir." "Don't call me sir," he says softly. "Call me Ethan." I look at the ground. I am just a maid. "You are a person," he says. "A name is fine." For the first time in this house, I feel seen. Chapter 3. Small kindness, small trouble. Next day, I dust the library. Books stand like soldiers. A ladder leans against a shelf. Ethan enters with tea in his hand. "Do you read?" he asks. "Only signs and bills," I say. "I left school early." He takes a thin book. "This story is short," he says. "Keep it. Read 2 pages a night." I hold the book like a treasure. "Thank you." Nora steps in and sees us talking. Her eyes become sharp. That night she whispers to the other maids, "Anna thinks she is special." I pretend not to hear. I read the 2 pages before sleep. The words feel warm. Chapter 4. The Broken Glass. One afternoon I serve juice in the drawing room. Mrs. Wilson sits with guests. Laughter fills the air. My hands sweat. The tray slips. A glass falls and breaks. The room becomes quiet. Mrs. Wilson's lips tighten. "Clumsy girl," she snaps. "Do you know how much this costs?" "I am sorry," I say. My heart jumps fast. Ethan rises. "It was my fault. I moved the table." Mrs. Wilson stares at him. The guests murmur. I clean the glass with shaking hands. Later in the corridor, I whisper, "You should not have taken the blame." Ethan shrugs. "A glass can be replaced. A person's heart is harder to fix." His words sit in my mind like a lamp. Chapter 5. Rain, a cat, and a promise. A storm comes at night. Wind beats the windows. I close the kitchen door. I hear a soft cry. A small cat is stuck under the steps, wet and cold. I pull it out, wrap it in a dry cloth, and place it near the stove. Nora sees me and laughs. "Are you a maid or a zookeeper?" I say nothing. I heat milk and put a drop on my finger. The cat licks it. I smile. The next morning, Ethan finds the cat sleeping in a basket. "You saved it," he says. "It is a small life," I answer. Ethan looks at me for a long moment. Small life, big heart, he says. Chapter 6, The Medicine Bill. At home, my mother coughs more. The doctor gives a long list. Pills, syrup, tests. The bill is heavy like a stone. I work extra hours. I skip lunch. I hide my fear. One evening, as I leave the house, Ethan stands at the gate. "You look pale," he says. "What happened?" I shake my head. "It's nothing." He waits. "My mother needs medicine," I whisper. "I will manage." He takes out an envelope and gives it to me. "Use this." "I cannot," I say. "I don't want charity." "It's not charity," he says. "It's help, and one day you will help someone else." I look at his face. It is honest. I take the envelope with both hands. "I will return it," I say. "Return it to another heart," he replies. I cry on the way home, not from shame, from relief. Chapter 7, The Bracelet. A week later, Mrs. Wilson shouts from her room, "My diamond bracelet, it is gone!" Everyone runs. She looks at me first. "You were here," she says. "You dusted my table." My legs lose strength. "Yes, ma'am," I say. "But I did not." Nora steps forward. "Search her bag," she says. They open my small cloth bag. There is a comb, a coin, a little book, and a piece of bread. No bracelet. Mrs. Wilson's eyes narrow. "Check the laundry room," she orders. We all search the house. Sofa gaps, drawers, carpets. Nothing. The air becomes heavy. "Enough," Mrs. Wilson says at last. "Anna, you are suspended. Go home." I feel the floor moving under me. I leave the house with slow feet. The cat follows me to the gate and meows. I wave it back. Chapter 8, Days of Dust. Work stops. Money stops. Worry grows. I wash clothes for neighbors. I help a baker pack bread at dawn. I clean a small clinic at night. I sleep in pieces. I do not tell Ethan. He is busy with his studies and work. I do not want to bring him more trouble. One evening, the baker says, "You are careful with money, but you always share food. Why?" "My mother taught me," I say. "Half is still a whole when two people eat." He smiles. "Good line," he says. "Keep it." Chapter 9, A Bench in the Park. After many days, I meet Ethan by chance at the park. I am buying cheap tea. He sees me and runs over. "Where have you been?" he asks. "I searched for you at the house." "They suspended me," I say. "Mrs. Wilson lost a bracelet." Ethan's face becomes hard. "Did they blame you?" "They looked at me like I was the thief," I answer. "But I took nothing." Ethan takes a deep breath. "I believe you," he says. We sit on a bench. Wind moves the leaves. Children play. The world is simple for them. "Anna," Ethan says slowly, "I tried to ignore this feeling. I cannot. I love you." I stare at the ground. "You are rich," I whisper. "I am poor. People will laugh." "Let them laugh," he says. "I want your heart, not the world's approval." I say nothing. My chest hurts and heals at the same time. "Marry me," he says. A bird cries from a tree. The sound is small but brave. I close my eyes. "Yes," I say at last. "Yes." Chapter 10, Fire in the Mansion. We go to speak to his parents. Mr. Wilson listens quietly. Mrs. Wilson's face turns white, then red. "No," she says. "This is a joke. A maid. My son will not marry a maid." "Mother," Ethan says, "please." She points at the door. "If you marry her, do not come back here. You will lose your place, your money, your name." Mr. Wilson says softly, "Let us think." Mrs. Wilson slams her hand on the table. "There is nothing to think." I stand up. My knees shake. "Ma'am," I say, "I did not plan this." "But I love your son. I cannot lie." Her eyes turn to ice. "Get out," she says. We leave the mansion. Behind us, the lights are bright. In front of us, the street is dark. Ethan takes my hand. "We will make our own light," he says. Chapter 11. A simple wedding. We marry in a small community hall. There are a few chairs, a plain table, 2 guests from my lane, and the baker. My mother comes, her steps slow, her smile wide. Ethan brings 2 silver rings. "These are simple," he says, "but my promise is not simple. We say our vows. We hold each other's hands." The baker claps. My mother cries and laughs at once. We share sweet bread instead of cake. I look at Ethan. "Thank you for choosing me," I whisper. He shakes his head. "You chose me first," he says, "when you chose the cat, the book, and the truth." Chapter 12. A small room, a big dream. We rent a 1-room flat on the 3rd floor. The fan is loud. The window sticks. The bed is hard. But we have peace. Ethan searches for work. Some companies say, "You left your father's firm? Why?" He does not tell them about me. He only says, "I want to build on my own." He gets a small job in a delivery office. The pay is low. He wakes before sunrise. He comes home after dark. I cook rice and lentils. I wash clothes by hand. I keep our little home clean. At night, I study from the book he gave me long ago. 2 pages become 5. 5 become 10. We count coins. We cut extras. We do not cut hope. Chapter 13. The Fall and the Lift. After 6 months, the delivery office closes. The owner disappears. Ethan loses his job. The room becomes tight again. "I failed you," he says. "No," I say. "We are learning." He thinks all night. In the morning, he says, "I will start a small service. I will move packages for shops with a borrowed van. I will deliver on time. I will be honest." "Honest is good," I say. "People return to honest hands." We borrow a van from a friend of the baker. The van coughs like an old man, but still moves. Our first client is a tailor. We deliver 10 boxes. He pays us and says, "You came when you said you would. Come again." We paint the van door with a brush. True time delivery, Ethan and Anna. I make lists and calls. Ethan drives and lifts. We eat on the road. Bananas, water, bread. We thank the day even when it is short. Chapter 14. The Day of Almost Loss. A big shop gives us a trial. "Deliver 20 packages before evening," the manager says. "If you are late, no pay." The van starts. The sky is clear. After 10 deliveries, the engine stops in the middle of traffic. Horns shout. Time runs. Ethan jumps out. He checks wires. I push the van. A man nearby helps. 2 boys help. The engine coughs again. It starts. We wave at the helpers. We drive fast and careful. We finish the last delivery just before sunset. The manager counts the packages. "On time," he says. He gives us a contract for 3 months. We breathe again. That night, we eat hot food from the street and laugh like children. Failure passes us, but does not stay. Chapter 15. A Message from the Mansion. One morning, a call comes. The number is from the mansion. I freeze. It is not Mrs. Wilson. It is Mr. Wilson. His voice is tired. "Ethan," he says, "your mother is ill. Come." We go with fear in our stomachs. The guard at the gate looks surprised but opens it. Mrs. Wilson lies on a bed. She looks smaller than I remember. Her hands shake. Her eyes are not cold now. They are afraid. The doctor says she needs rest and low stress. We sit in silence. I cook soup in their kitchen. I make soft rice. I arrange pills in a little box with the days marked. When I place the tray by her bed, she looks away. I do not mind. Care does not ask for thanks. Chapter 16. A Truth Comes Out. On the third day, the head maid, Nora, comes to change the sheets. Her face is pale. She avoids my eyes. At last she whispers, "I need to say something." We both look at her. She cries, "The diamond bracelet!" "I hid it," she says. "Mrs. Wilson always scolded me. I wanted to teach her a lesson. When she blamed Anna, I was scared. Later, I put it back behind the dressing table. I am sorry." The room becomes very still. Mrs. Wilson closes her eyes. A long breath leaves her chest. "I chose to believe the worst," she says. "I hurt the honest one." Nora sobs. "Fire me if you want." Mrs. Wilson speaks slowly. "Go, not as a punishment, as a new start. Learn to be better." Nora leaves, still crying. Mrs. Wilson turns to me. Her voice shakes. "Anna, I wronged you." "It is over," I say softly. "Please rest." She holds my wrist, weak but warm. "Stay," she whispers. I stay. Chapter 17. Softening. Days pass. I sit with Mrs. Wilson for an hour every afternoon. We do not talk at first. I read from simple books. She listens. One day she says, "You read like a teacher." "I am learning," I say. She studies my face. "You used to fear me." "Yes," I say, "but not now." "Why not?" "Because fear shrinks the world," I say. "Love grows it." She looks at the window and nods. Another day she points to the cat in the garden. "Is that the same cat?" "Yes," I say. "It still sleeps near the stove." A very small smile touches her mouth. Chapter 18. The Open Door. When Mrs. Wilson becomes stronger, I ask for one thing. "Ma'am," I say, "please allow the staff to study twice a week after work. I will teach reading and basic sums. We will call it the Open Door class. Only 1 hour." She thinks. "Will they be too tired?" "They are tired because no door is open," I say. "A door of learning gives air." She nods. "Do it." The first class is in the storeroom. 10 workers sit on stools. I draw letters on a board. We make words from their own lives. B for broom, P for plate, H for home. We count spoons. We add towels. We subtract fears. Sometimes Mr. Wilson stands at the door and watches, quiet and proud. Mrs. Wilson sends fruit to the class. She does not come in, but she listens from the hallway. I see her shadow. It looks softer now. Chapter 19. Invitation. One evening, as the sun sets, Mrs. Wilson calls us to the sitting room. The gold frames on the wall shine. The air smells of flowers. She faces me and Ethan. She speaks slowly, as if each word is a step. "Anna," she says, "I did not see your value. I saw only your clothes. Forgive me." Her eyes shine with tears. Will you accept me as your mother?" My eyes fill. I cannot speak. I bow and touch her hands. They are not cold now. They are warm. Mr. Wilson clears his throat. "We have a request," he says. "Come home. Live with us, or at least let this house be yours too. You are family." Ethan squeezes my hand. We look at each other. We nod. We say yes. That night I sleep in the same house that once pushed me out. But I do not sleep as a maid. I sleep as a daughter. Chapter 20. New Roles, Old Hearts. We do not stop our small business. True Time Delivery now has 2 vans. We hire 2 young men from my lane. We pay them fair and on time. At the mansion, I help design a staff support plan, a study hour twice a week, a health check once a month, a small fund for emergencies. A rule of respect. No shouting, speak, solve. Mrs. Wilson attends the open door class one evening. She sits on a stool and learns to write her name with a soft pencil. Everyone claps. She laughs like a little girl. I have never seen her laugh like that. Mr. Wilson asks Ethan to join his office again. But on your terms, he says. Bring your honest rules with you. Ethan smiles. Only if Anna sits in our meetings sometimes. She sees what others miss. They both agree. Chapter 21, The House Blessing. We host a small lunch for all workers and neighbors. No VIP line, no special plates, one long table in the garden. Flowers in jars. Music from a small speaker. Laughter from big hearts. I cook sweet rice with cardamom. The baker brings warm bread. The tailor brings cloth napkins with stitched edges. The delivery boys bring stories from the road. Before eating, Mrs. Wilson stands and speaks. Once I thought money made me high and others low. Then I got sick. I learned that kindness is the true height. Today, I welcome my daughter, Anna, and my son, Ethan, and all of you as my family. People clap. Some cry. I see Nora at the gate, standing shyly with a small gift box in her hand. I walk to her. I heard about the class, she says. I found work in a laundry. I want to learn too. Come, I say. No one is late where the door is open. We hug. Forgiveness breathes between us. Chapter 22, A Visit to the Old Room. One evening, I walk back to my old lane. The same river, the same tea stall, the same dog that chases bicycles. I stop at our former room. The new family living there invites me in. I sit on the floor for a minute. I touch the window I cleaned so many times. I whisper, "Thank you," to the walls. They taught me patience. On my way out, two small girls watch me. "Are you the lady from the big house?" one asks. "I am the same Anna," I answer. "Big house or small, the heart is one." They smile. I give them a book from my bag. "Read 2 pages tonight," I say, "then 2 more tomorrow." Chapter 23, The Last Loose Thread. A few weeks later, I find the old, thin book Ethan once gave me, the very first book. It has tea stains and turned corners. On the back page, there is a line in his handwriting. "To Anna, who will one day read the world." I show it to Mrs. Wilson. She runs her hand over the page. "I wanted a perfect daughter-in-law," she says. "I received a better gift, a good human." We sit in quiet. The cat climbs into her lap. She strokes it and smiles. Chapter 24, A Simple Evening, a Full Heart. We gather under the garden lights, staff, neighbors, family. The children perform a tiny play we wrote in class. Respect is rich. They use paper crowns and wooden spoons as props. Everyone claps. When the music ends, Ethan takes my hand. "Do you remember the park bench?" he asks. "Yes," I say. "I remember the bird. I heard it again just now." He smiles. "It lives in brave hearts." Mrs. Wilson stands beside me. "Daughter," she says, "will you teach me to make that sweet rice again?" "Yes, Mother," I answer. The word mother feels new and right. We walk to the kitchen together. Steam rises, spices sing. The house smells like home, not like a museum. "Friends, I was a maid in a big house. People mocked me. I cried in silence, but I kept my truth. I worked hard. I chose kindness." One day, the same house called me back, not as a servant, but as a daughter. "If you are small today, do not lose your heart. Respect yourself. Respect others. Doors that are closed now will open when your time comes." If this story touched your heart, write one word in the comments. Respect. Like, share, and subscribe for more simple English stories every day.